Hey guys, this is Azrael here at BackEngineTechie.net, and we're giving Industrial Genomics another go today. And I must really give a big shout out, because if this isn't already on the Netrunner DB Decklist of the week, I'm pretty sure it will be soon. This is Dashakan and the Big Unit 3000's Industrial Genomics deck, which recently won the regionals for Durham. And this is my third game with it, but the two games I've played so far have been incredible amounts of fun. So this starting hand with it is a little bit iffy. I'm not quite sure if I really want to keep it. The double museums early is not great. So I think I'm going to mull this, and despite having the early shock as well. This is better. Yeah, I like this. We're going to be zoomed in a little bit here, but unfortunately it's not going to last very long, guys. This is a 31 asset deck. I'll put the link down below so you can see the guys on Netrunner DB who put a little write-up about this. But let's have a quick think. So I think probably Mumbad City Hall is a pretty good bet, but we do already have a museum and a Mumba Temple out, so I'm not sure if we really need that right now. Let's see. We could always draw 3 and put one back on top. I don't think that's a bad play, so I think I will. Back on top, let's just stick the Kamainu maybe. Tough one actually. So I could always install the turtlebacks and then the Mumba. I never know quite what way the best is when you install these. I think I'll go turtlebacks, res it, and then go Mumba. There's the threat of being siphoned, which I just need to be careful of. So it could be siphoned for 2 credits here. Not the worst in the world, actually. I wouldn't have a big issue with that, going with the fact that we have turtlebacks and Mumba already out. So there it is. Kind of expected it, but if he wants to take 4 credits, 2 tags, plus his 1 credit for Ken, I am A-okay with that. I really don't have a big issue here. And he does take the tags, so I'm okay with this. Legwork's pretty rough, actually, so we could lose the Future Perfect straight up here. See how lucky we get. Oh wow, we get very lucky indeed, actually. So I feel like he deserved, and he clearly knows, he definitely knows what's up here, and getting rid of probably the most crucial card in the Mumbad City Hall, because it really powers you through, especially with turtlebacks. But he's really putting some serious aggression on early here, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to see him through. And especially when we do draw the Mumbad City Hall. I don't even think I want to cover anything off here. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Now we do obviously risk dropping the Future Perfect or potentially an agenda from R&D here, being this aggressive with the assets, but I want to be. We have the ice, so we can drop 2 ice down next turn, but I need to get the horizontal economy going right now. This is fine. If he hits the Future Perfect, we could always bid 2, so it wasn't the worst in the world. And straight away, we're going to start shuffling stuff back, which is just great. So we'll grab the Jackson, and that's just essentially cost him 3 credits for nothing at our end. Snare's good here. Cerebral Static's kind of good. I think I'm going to overdraw slightly. Would very much like to see a shock to pop it into archives here. He does have a few credits, but not a huge amount. Or maybe we'll just get another Mumba Temple out, I think might be the way forward. So we could get a Mumba Temple, install it, get us to 3 credits. We're not going to really have enough credits to res ice unless we do get another Mumba Temple, so yeah, I think I will do that. And this Turtlebacks is just doing work. This ability being free, essentially it's a click, but the fact that it doesn't cost you even a click or a credit is pretty bonkers, I must admit. And if we res this, we'll basically have 3 credits on top of what we have. So I think the Kamainu on R&D is a legitimate option. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and grab another Mumba Temple. And then Kamainu and R&D. So again, we're kind of at risk at Siphon, but we can just res these without using the Mumba Temple credits, and that means we'll go down to 2 and it won't be a big issue. If he does run the hand here, we have enough credits to fire the snare, which is pretty good. And he is fluing 2 tags. And very soon we're going to kind of lock up these centrals a little bit, and it's going to go very much our way. And this is not a great play in his regard. Because we are going to res everything here and hit him with a Kamainu. There's a Feedle in the deck, plus 3 shocks and a snare, so if he... yeah, so if he does carry on, there's every chance that he's going to get punished really hard here. So I've got no more action. He could potentially die. Nope, gets a Chronos Project. Not too bad. That works out okay for him, and actually not the worst thing in the world for us either. He's going to run the Mumba Temple, which I think is absolutely a good call by him. That being, well, I say that, and actually I don't know if that's right, because all I'm going to do is shuffle it straight back in here. And at this point, you severely demoralize the runner, because we could just basically Mumbad City Hall and install it straight back out again, which is just emotionally distressing. And I think actually we're going to probably end up doing that here. Yeah. And he's going to see what it is, and he's going to see it get installed. And I think I could just pop the Kamainu over HQ, but I think I'm actually going to go Hive. And I might put the Kamainu on Archives, but I'll maybe draw. There's another museum, which is okay. We don't mind giving up an agenda or two, but what we're not really doing at the moment a very good job of is putting any severe pressure. He's installed a Kiri, but left 2 tags on himself. Really think I'm just going to go ahead and trash that. We'll put back in the Heritage Committee, I think. Gives us the opportunity to get rid of agendas a little bit more easily. Crick's good. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see why I wouldn't just take out this Katie here. And I think I can museum, but I'm just going to probably overdraw a card, actually. And that's what we want to see. I don't know what I should throw away here, but I think I might toss away the Future Perfect. I have no way of getting it back. The Cerebral... I don't know against Ken if it's really that strong, so I'm going to drop it actually. Because really we want to start building some face down cards now. If we can get a couple of shocks in here, it'd be great, and then we start getting the Bioethics Associations rolling. And as soon as they're rolling, we're just in complete control of this game. So I'm not sure if he forgot about the tags, because he did a count siphon turn 1 and he maybe didn't realise, and there we go, he's starting to clear them off now. Yeah, we might as well shuffle back the City Hall, I guess. That's a great draw for us. That's also a great draw for us. Oh my. Yeah, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't pop them both out here. I obviously don't have as many face down cards as I'd like to have in Archives, but this is pretty good. So apologies guys, I'm going to zoom out a little bit to fit this all in here. Really do wish we could kind of stack this slightly better. But we can basically res 6 credits worth of stuff now for free, which is just absolutely out of this world. Absolutely crazy. The value is just ridiculous. We're not going to shuffle back in. I don't really want the Cerebral Static. I want it to stay in there face down. And the Genetics Pavilion's good as well. Okay, so we're starting to see a few agendas in hand. I really want to keep overdrawing here. And I think I'm just going to overdraw pretty hard because I really want to see shock. There we go. And I think I'll shuffle the snare back in, potentially. This museum, I'm actually happy to let it go as well. Just for now, because once he does access it, we can potentially shuffle it back. And... The Diversified could be quite useful here, actually, so I think I'll keep it, and I'll just drop the Crick. one crick's actually more than enough for our current situation. So that gives us 5 face down cards now, so he can't afford to trash anything. And he's going to lose a card a turn, and hopefully more than that as we start to build up some momentum. So I think I'll leave everything in there as it stands at the moment. Really don't want to dilute the deck because I want to see one of our next 2 bioethics. We see Tech Startup, which is essentially the same. We see another Future Perfect, which I'm not bowled over by, so let's just do Tech Startup and Diversify. And Krim will have a pretty tough time against this kind of deck anyway without any recursion, but he blew so much aggression early with the triple event start. So he blew like 3 events for really only 1 credit benefit, and then lost a Katie to a pretty, silly play, unfortunately. But just an unfortunate way that came down. Tech Startup, we'll just go and get another bioethics. Jackson's fantastic here, so we'll pop the Jackson out, we'll overdraw and get rid of some of these agendas here. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll get rid of the 2 Future Perfects, food, and we'll hold on to this other Tech Startup. I think the Kamainu's good. The Fetal, I don't really want to put another agenda in there right now. So right now we're on 1 net damage a turn. 11 cards in archives, 9 of them are face down. Just ridiculous amount of control happening here. Thankfully for the runner, we only have 1 shock, so really to run the archives would do very little to him here, other than letting 1 quick fire and 1 net damage. So he really should be looking to run there really right now. Of course, he doesn't know that. But now he's taking 2 net damage a turn. We'll look to Museum back the foot, I think. Could always just grab the other Museum and start doubling back now, as we did drop quite a lot of cards in there. But there's absolutely no need, I don't think. So we'll do the Tech Startup, another Hostile, and we'll just shore up HQ a little bit. And now we're on the verge of hitting triple Bioethics Association and pretty much no way to return. CBI raid would have been interesting. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and make another 5 credits off of these. And get our next Bioethics Association installed. So R&D is pretty full of agendas right now. Okay, but it looks like he's just given up. Yeah, he's realised that essentially 3 bioethics associations are going to be pinging him for 3 net damage every turn, and he's just going to go ahead and concede at this point. He doesn't see any way back, which I think is understandable. I mean, obviously he could look to put pressure on R&D and try and get through, but so yeah, sorry for it to end like that. I think this deck really is insanely brutal. I've been incredibly impressed by it, and actually I'm really trying to work out how to defeat this deck by playing it. I'm trying to work out what its weaknesses are. But look, thanks so much for watching, guys. As ever, any comments below, really do appreciate it. And if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, please do let me know. And all the best.